Okay, just 1 minute, ladies and gents. Looks like we're having some technical difficulty, but let's see. Someone's not seeing it on my Facebook page. I want to make sure that it's getting
Just forward it to you.
okay. Let's see. All right. I have to make a little adjustment there. Let's see. Okay, there we go. It's on there now. All right. All right, all right, all right. Hello, 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 and welcome everyone. Welcome to today's meeting, Turning Your Writing into Cash. I'm your feature presenter, Ronette Turner Corley, and we do this meeting every single Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific, Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern. We are streaming live on Facebook as well as YouTube. So I want to welcome everyone here and also welcome everyone. We're streaming live also on Zoom. So I want you to sit back and relax and enjoy the information. And I am sure by the time I finish with this presentation, you will be asking for the link to get started from the person who invited you here. So, many of you have been looking for a way to make extra cash flow and that comes into your home. And let me tell you, we have found it. Okay. We have found the deal. And I want you to know it's as simple as putting pen to paper. And yes, if you can write, you can win. Okay. So I don't know if you're familiar with this gentleman or not, but his name is Zig Ziglar. He's a motivational, or was a motivational, inspirational phenomenon that has transitioned from this life, but left a huge legacy. And one of the things he's famous for saying is you can have everything in life you want if you will just help enough people get what they want. And I can tell you that is a wealth principle. And it's also a spiritual principle, right? It's sowing and reaping. That's all what it is, right? You sow enough seeds, you will reap. And that's the thing here. What goes around comes around, all the different cliches you can say here, but it's really true. If you help enough people get what they want. My husband and I have always believed in that philosophy because time and time again has shown if you can help the masses, you'll dine with the classes. So here's what I want you to know. We've never been able to find something where everyone can win. And I can tell you, we have truly tapped into something amazing because literally everyone can win here, right? If you apply yourself, which means put pen to paper, and if you can write legibly, you can win. That's as easy as it is. Now, what if you can write your way to more income? Okay. I'm talking about literally writing your way to more income. Some of you are writing for free. We write and get paid. Big difference. Now you can turn your pen into, a way to bring in more profits. Really, the power is in the pen. Now, before I go into all the information, I want to introduce you to a company by the name of Send It. Send It Academy is a platform that literally teaches a proven concept that's been around for decades. So this is not nothing new. It's been around for decades and people have been earning like this. Send It has just now brought it to our attention that this is happening. Before I go any further, I want to introduce you to the co-founder of Send It Academy. She's also the creator of what we call Pay Per Letter program. Her name is Lisa Krimmel. See, Lisa is successful entrepreneur. She's a wife and mother of 4 boys. She resides here in my backyard in Northern California, and she discovered this method 3 years ago. And what she would discover was a way to bring more cash flow into her home. And let me tell you, she set out in 2023 and said, listen, what if I really take this seriously and put it to the test? What if I write 4 hours a day, 5 days a week, consistently for 1 full year? Let me stop there and say this. She didn't sit down and write for a straight 4 hours. I mean, this is a very successful, busy lady who's a wife and a mother. She did it around her lifestyle, her spare time, in between her day. And she just made sure she did so many letters a day in between that time. As a result, she earned 78,000 additional dollars. I want to say that again, 78,000 additional dollars. What can you do with an extra $78,000 coming in cash flow in addition to what you're doing? No one's telling you to quit your job, change careers, quit your business. No, this is a way to bring in extra cash flow. And now you can take that money and do whatever you want to do with it. As a matter of fact, I believe that Lisa can tell her story much better than I can. Let's go ahead and hear from Lisa.
Hi, my name is Lisa Krimmel, and I am the co-founder here at Send It Academy. And I wanted to tell you why this is the program you've been looking for. So I want to give you a little background about me. For 25 years, I've been in the mortgage industry. In 2005, after having my third son, I decided I needed an additional stream of income. So I became an internet marketer. I had tremendous success between 2005 and 2013. But in 2013, I did decide to step away. And the biggest reason why I decided that is because I was tired of putting people into programs where there just wasn't duplication. I didn't want people to fail. I truly wanted people to be successful when I put them into programs. So I did move on. I became a drop shipper and FBA seller over at Amazon. I did $15 million in sales between 2013 and January of 2022. When Amazon impolitely asked me to leave because they no longer wanted to compete with us. So in February of 2022, I went back into the mortgage industry, saw there was a huge need for credit repair courtesy of COVID, and so I started my own credit repair company. In April of that same year, my cousin came to me because she knew that my Amazon business had gone kaput and asked me if I had ever thought about, an additional stream of income. And I said, yeah, I'm always interested in something. So she showed me how to write letters to casinos for $5, and I jumped in with both feet. That first year from May, I started actually in May of 2022. I started writing, started with 50, then 100, then 200, built myself up to 300. But more importantly, that first year, what I did was I worked on converting that out. I'm not a huge gambler. In fact, most of the time when I go into a casino, I take a $100 bill and my objective is to leave with the same $100 bill. And so I really did perfect what I like to call the art of conversion that first year. And so in 2023, I decided I was going to go all in, and I made a commitment to myself to go ahead and write 300 letters every single week for the entire year of 2023, which I did successfully do. And I made just a little bit over $78,000 writing letters in my spare time while I did my other business, which was credit repair. In November of 2023, I was at a wedding where my sister, who is also a writer, her daughter wanted to be able to move out. And I said, well, let's get her writing letters, which made me come up with the idea of paid per letter. So I got together with my sister. She created the videos. I did all the verbiage. We put the program together as to make it as simple as possible so that everybody could win. And that's what I love about this program is if you can write, you can make money here. You don't have to go out and recruit. You don't have to go out and sponsor. You just have to write. So in December, I built out the program, called up a friend of mine because he had some amazing software that I was interested in, and I showed him what I had, and he was like, I want in. And I was like, okay, let's do this thing. With his marketing ability and this program, we could take this far and we could really help a lot of people. So that's how Paid Per Letter and Send It Academy was born. And I just want to let you guys know that this works for anybody, no matter whether you're 18 or 80. And the reason I know this is my fourth son turned 18 in February. And the day after he turned 18, he got verified at one of the casinos, immediately started writing. Well, a couple weeks ago, he got his first drop, $700. He came to me, Mom, how do I get it out? I said, you got to convert it out. Let me show you. And so I showed him my method, and he was able to convert that $700 into $683. That's more than he would have been paid in 4 weeks for, minimum wage, working, the 15, 20 hours that they would give a kid his age. So am I happy? Absolutely. Should you be happy? Absolutely. This program can change your life. All you have to know how to do is write. Can you write?
Now, I don't know about you, but you should be excited about right now. Why? Because it doesn't take any tech skills, no sales skills. You don't have to learn, Zig Ziglar's 101 closing methods. You don't have to do any of that to bring cash flow into your home. All you have to do is write. And let me tell you, this has been a blessing for so many people to bring in additional cash flow. That's it. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the company. Send It Academy is a company that launched January 2024, and they are a Nevada-based company. What they do, they teach you how to write letters to billion-dollar corporations, including gaming websites and casinos. Now, the majority of these corporations will pay their users in online coins, also known as sweeps coins, as in sweepstakes. And what you'll do and what you're taught to do is you'll convert these coins into cash via online gaming. Let me pause here and say, Send It Academy is not in the business of teaching you how to gamble. What you're going to be taught is Lisa's proprietary, that's what I call it, because she came up with it and it works like a charm. She came up with a way to convert where you retain 90% or better of those coins and turn it into cash. Her method is foolproof. All you have to do is follow the instructions, learn how to convert, and then cash out. Now, part of this process does include gaming websites. So some people, it may conflict with your personal or spiritual beliefs. That's fine. Maybe it's not for you, but stick around. You may hear something else that may resonate with you. There are other courses that we have that you can make money from home. And also, there's an affiliate program. If you do decide to share, you can do so, and other people can write and you can get paid. Okay. However, once again, this is not something that you have to share to make money. Now, this opportunity hasn't been around for decades. I absolutely love that part. Why? Because then you have security and it's not going anywhere. Send It has been around a little over a year now, but the opportunity itself has been around for decades. There's been people who have joined Send It who said, my husband, my sister, my brother, my friend has been doing this for 5+ years. So that's great, right? Technology has made things easier. You no longer have to wait for things in the mail, talk to anyone on the phone. Everything is done digitally. And like I said, these enterprises are not going anywhere. Now, the number of letters you send does not affect anything because there's thousands of people around the United States and Canada sending in these letters every single day. And this is 100% legal. And these corporations are government regulated. So you can rest assured that you have tapped into something that is not only regulated by the government, it is absolutely 100% legit. Okay. Now, what do? We get paid for writing letters. We get paid up to $5 per handwritten letter. If you're asking yourself around that, how does that work and why does that happen? Well, let me share a few things with you. Number one is there's something called AMOE, alternative method of entry. Okay. And by law, these online websites or casinos, they have to have a way where we can enter into their online site and be able to access these games without putting up our own money. It's required. They cannot even run this site without offering this. So that's why we know it's not going anywhere. And we're excited about that. Now, this is big business. For us, we're able to get up to $5 per handwritten letter when we send it in. For them, they're able to get the tax deduction per letter. So that's pretty cool, right? It's a win-win for us all. Now, when I first saw this, I thought letter meant 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. No, ladies and gents, I don't know about you, but I got excited when I saw what a letter really means is a 4x6 index card on one side. Can you write 2 sentences on this 4x6 index card, send it in, and it's worth $5? Absolutely. How many can you write? Right? That's how it works. Now, like it says here, can you write? Now, you can't scribble your way to success, but if you can write legibly, meaning someone else can actually read it, you can make money here. That's really as simple as it gets. I don't know why there are not even more. I mean, people should be running down, knocking down Send It's door to find out how to do this. Now, let me stop here and say this. Can you do this without Send It Academy? You absolutely can. Send It Academy has no affiliation Absolutely none with these gaming websites and casinos. All they do is teach you how to shortcut and learn the process and learn it the right way. Now, you can go directly to the casinos. You can go through their rules and regulations and their terms and conditions, and you can find out who to write to, how to write, and everything else. Absolutely. But let me tell you what makes a difference. What makes a difference here is that you don't have to look up anything. They teach you exactly here by a course what to write, who to write to, and they check your work, which is valuable. Why? Because every T has to be crossed, every I has to be dotted. And if it's sent in the wrong way, you can be subject to your letters being discarded. With Send It Academy, you're going to get more eyes on your letters so you know you're doing it the right way, which ensures that you will be paid. So it only makes sense to join a program where the founder has already earned 6 figures writing letters, right? It makes sense. Now, what do we do? With the handwritten, these letters, they must be handwritten by you. You can't hire someone on Fiverr or Craigslist. You can't hire, I hear some people say, I'll just have my daughter do it, thinking, okay, well, this is nothing to it. And you might be right, it's nothing to it, but people are earning upwards of 6 figures a year writing letters, right? So don't discredit what's happening here. What can you do with an extra $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $10,000 a month plus? You can do a lot with that, right? In addition to whatever you're doing. Now, these must be handwritten by you because it's a serious business. Once again, it's government regulated and these companies are audited. They will check your work and make sure the handwritten letters continues to match. If not, you can be subject to your account being closed and you do not want to mess up the cash cow. Now, you earn credits into your gaming account 8 to 12 weeks in the United States, 12 to 15 weeks in Canada. Let me stop there. What does that mean? That means, yes, this one letter is worth $5. So when it's sent in, this $5 goes into your gaming account in the form of a coin that's equivalent to $5. Okay. And once you do the conversion process, you can convert it out to get that cashed out to go in your bank account. Now, here's what I want you to know. It does take some time to prime the pump, or what I like to call to fill up your pipeline. You have to fill up your pipeline before it starts to burst out. Now, this is what I want to tell you. It goes by so fast, it's like a blink of an eye. I mean, think about it. How many of you here started 2025 talking about things are going to be different, and now you look around and you're like, wow, nothing hasn't really changed, but we're almost to the first quarter. It goes by very fast, right? So think about it. It's going to go by very, very quick. I got my first drop, which means first deposit, and it took me 9 weeks and a day. Really, really, really quick, right? So imagine the reason why it takes a little while is because what happens is you're going to write out the information they tell you to write. You're going to put it in an envelope and you're going to send it off. Once it goes off, it's going to go through a smelling process. It's going to end up at a P.O. box. If you know anything about corporations, they do not pick up every day. Sometimes it's once a week, twice a month, sometimes once a month. So let's say now they finally got your letters and it goes to the final destination. Now they're going to scan every letter through to make sure everything's correct. Now you wait in line so your batch can come up with thousands of other people. See how that process takes some time? But here's what I want you to know. Once that faucet turns on and you get paid, provided you continue to write. You can't have any pause in writing. Just continue to write, whether it's 1 a day, 10 a day, 50 a day, doesn't matter, 50 a week, whatever you're writing, right? Or decide to write. What ends up happening is at that point, once that faucet turns on, oh, you're going to get paid, get paid, get paid, get paid multiple times per month, right? Why? Because what happens the first time you get paid, now you have letters trailing those letters, and you will continue to have cash flow coming in. It is so amazing. I can't stress that enough. Now, you can write from the comfort of your home or the comfort from anywhere. You can write from the comfort of Starbucks, anywhere you want to, in your car, waiting for your kids, whatever. And it takes about 4 to 6 minutes, depending on your writing speed, from start to stamping the envelope. Now, that speed will actually speed up the better the more you write because you get better. Why? Because you're writing the same thing over and over and over again. It doesn't change. I still can't believe they're paying us to do this, right? So take your spare time and turn it into money making time. My TV time is now money making time. While I'm watching them get paid, they're watching me get paid. How about that? Stay at home parents. Who is this for? For everybody. Imagine being at home and always wanting to contribute to the household financially, but you're stuck with the kids. Now, when you put the kids down, bedtime or their playtime, you can write and bring more money into the home. There was a lady who had her daughter on Facebook sharing, and she had some envelopes in her hand, and the tagline said, 50 a day keeps the 9 to 5 away. And it absolutely does. How about retirees? I just had the most amazing testimony from a live testimony. You can see that on my page from someone who is a young retiree who's bringing in additional income, and her whole life has changed because now she's writing letters and being able to do that from the comforts of her home and not greeting someone at Walmart. Now, there's nothing wrong with greeting someone at Walmart, but if you compare the two, which were you rather be if you're a retiree? I'm sure sitting in front of your TV more so than being out greeting someone, right? And actually, you can make more money at home. How about students? I wish when I was in college, right? I totally wish this opportunity was around. Why? Because you're writing anyway. Now you can write, do you know 10 a day? Take 2 days off, 5 days a week is an extra $1,000. I could have used that $1,000 a month coming in, absolutely, just from writing letters. Yes, and it would not have interrupted my course load, right? How about anyone looking for additional income? I have traders who are doing this, who want the extra income just so they can have more money to put to work. It is phenomenal. And all walks of life are doing this letter writing gig. Now, you must be 21 years of age in most states, must reside in the United States and Canada. But because it's government regulated, some states have decided to exclude themselves. That has nothing to do with Cindy. It has everything to do with that state just making that decision. So if you're in Washington State, Idaho, Michigan, Montana, Nevada, Connecticut, or in Canada, the province of Quebec, you cannot do this letter writing gig, unfortunately. Now, here's what I want you to know. Stick around because we have other things that I believe that may spark an interest where you can make money by yourself without recruiting anyone from home. Now, let's talk about the letters. How much can you make? Well, whatever you want to. If you want to make $1,000 a month, 10 letters a day, 5 days a week, take 2 days off. You can write every day if you choose to. I write every single day. Imagine that. Now, imagine here lately, I've been doing about 40 letters a day on average. You imagine that. Now, the 5 days a week, 40 letters a day. Now, I don't sit down and do 40 straight. It's just a little bit here, a little bit out in that hour, 3 to 5 in that hour. Before you know it, by the end of the day, I have an accumulation of a lot of letters written. And it didn't feel like it was much. That's $4,000 a month. Now that's what taking 2 days off. But what if you were doing it every day? You see how lucrative that can become? And mind you, I have 2 writers in my house, myself and my husband as well. So it can get quite lucrative, right? It's amazing. You know what? If that's too much for you, you can do whatever you want. Do you know 4 a day will keep a $600 car note away? So you choose how much you want to write and how much cash flow you want to have coming into your house. Now, these are real people with real results. These smiles are not fake and they are not paid actors. You see, they're smiling and have a lot of envelopes. And the reason why, because they know as they send those envelopes in, money is following. Now, take a look at some of these testimonies. These testimonies are some success stories of people who got what we call drops, which are just deposits of their coins, and they converted it into cash. So on the left-hand side, you'll see, I'm so happy. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. It's been such a blessing for my family, and I can't wait to get more people on board with this. $508 and $151. Okay, going to their bank account. In the middle, 465. And on the right-hand side, it gives you an example. They got 226 or they probably already had a dollar in there, usually 2.25, right? Because it's $5 per. Now, but here's what happens. They were able to convert it over to $414.70. So much more than what they got dropped. And mind you, I shouldn't say 226 is automatically 5 because it can be up to 5, right? So it depends on who you're writing to. It can be $3 a card, $4 a card, and the max is $5. Most write to the ones that are $5. Okay. I absolutely love these testimonies here. Why? Because now you can really feel the impact that it's making in people's lives. On the left-hand side, you'll see trust the process, believe in the process. I lost my common law husband of 10 years, almost 2 years ago, to a massive heart attack. It's been a struggle to keep a house and family supported on one income. After weeks of skepticism, I took the lead. Sent my first batch in October 17th of last year. That means that they sent the first letters off October 17th. First drop was 11 weeks and 5 days later. And they started with 309 sweeps coins, meaning that's the drop they got inside their account. And they turned it into $406. I can't wait to see where it takes me in 2025. Thank you, Cindy family, for giving me a chance to find my own way. You can hear the hope in that testimony. You can hear it because now she has a way to be able to take care of her family since her lifestyle has changed. In the middle, you'll see tonight I paid off a credit card, all because of this gig. I'm still in shock. I don't care what you say, $3,000 paid off is a big deal, especially when you do it from just writing letters. That's amazing. On the right-hand side, I'm in tears. $8. So how would you like to do that just from putting pen to paper? Okay. So it's a phenomenal opportunity, and people are doing this consistently. Now, this is our product line. I was just referring to pay per letter. We have trust formation to learn how to live inside your trust, protect your assets, as well as get huge tax benefits. There's bill savings, digital business cards, credit repair, which is coming soon. Lisa has had a successful credit repair business. Not only is she showing people how to fix their own credit, but how to market it to others as well, because there's a need for it. Amazon course. That's my favorite outside of pay per letter. Why? Because Amazon is 24/7 with name recognition. Everybody's shopping on Amazon. Well, if you got a chance and you were here to hear Lisa's testimony, you heard her say in a 10-year span, she did $15 million in sales on Amazon with her Amazon business. I don't know about you. Anyone who does $15 million in sales in anything, I want to know what they're doing, right? And how they're doing it. That course is taught here. And she teaches exactly how to do that. And people are winning with Amazon with that course. And if you are in the states that are prohibited from doing the pay per letter, or if you're outside the country, you can participate in the Amazon course. Okay. How about book publishing? People are publishing their books and getting those books on Kindle as well as Amazon. Okay, so do you have a book in your head that you want to get out there? Guess what? You could be missing out on dollars, but here is show you step by step how to do it. We've had kids be able to, get their books done. It's incredible. Crypto, intro to crypto, travel deals. So as you can see, we have a hefty product line and more coming. Let's get back to pay per letter. There are 9 lessons, which takes you about 30 minutes. For me, it took me an hour. Why? I watched it twice. I wanted to make sure that everything was up and up, and I knew exactly what I need to do to get this letter writing gig going. Community support, template approval, and you can send your letters in the correct way when you become a member. What does it take to become a member? A bargain price of $224.99. And I say that humbly because that is really, really, sometimes I feel like we owe them money. Why? Because now you're in a position to earn thousands of dollars ongoing, and you only have to pay this one time. I mean, they could have justified people paying that as a subscription monthly, really, for the thousands of dollars that people are getting here. It's amazing. Now, how does that work? You pay that one time. How it's broken down. It includes a $199.99 setup fee. Yes, it is Carmela who says, honestly, the best investment I've made. Absolutely, no doubt. Same here. You pay that one time. That's it. And then it includes your first month of $25 subscription. Yes, there is a subscription that you pay every single month, but there's no contracts. You can cancel that at any time. But let me say this. If you're writing letters, you are going to do yourself a disservice to cancel that $25. Why? Because you will no longer have access, not only to the courses, you won't have access to anything else. Like when changes are made. Now, you yourself can go on the websites of all these different casinos that you're writing to. Make sure you keep up on the terms and conditions because they do change. Here recently, we have some addresses that have changed for some of the casinos, and who really has time to keep up on that? But with Send It, with your $25 per month, it's going to get you back office support. It's going to get you customer service. It's going to get you people who are checking the terms and conditions daily and pretty much send notifications out when things change, so that when you're sending letters, you can rest assured that they're getting to the right place. So if you don't keep up on that, guess what? You're subject to writing for naught, right? So you want to make sure pay your $25. It's a drop in the bucket, especially when you start getting your drops. It's so easy peasy. That is it. There's no gotchas, no, how can I put it? No gotchas, no instructions that are difficult to follow, something hard to understand. All we do is enroll into a program. We pay one time $24.99 with a subscription of $25 per month. And then what we do is follow a system of some videos that show us exactly what to do. And we start sending in these 4x6 cards, and we build up a pipeline over 8 to 12 weeks. And within that time, we continue to write. Once that pipeline bursts, then we start seeing monies come in consistently. That's what we do. And guess what? You don't have to share. You don't have to send out websites. You don't have to stock product. You don't have to buy anything else. You just sit back and continue to write, and the cash flow comes in. Now, if you're that type of person that says, I don't want to share it, this is for you. But if you're the type of person that says, listen, how can I not share? This is for you. You can upgrade to what we call affiliate. And it's a one-time, and it's totally, totally optional. And the affiliate program goes like this. The casinos, they pay us coins, right? So they do the drops and they pay us. When it comes to the affiliate side, Send It pays us, right? So you can get paid much quicker. And how it works is while you're waiting for your letters to start kicking in, now you can start getting paid every week as well as monthly. Now you'll get a link after you upgrade one time for $20. What do you need to qualify? Just pay that $20 one time. And now you're in position to get paid. There's 4 different ways we get paid. Okay. The first way is called direct referral. So you refer me and I pay $224 one time. You're going to make a total of $105 the following week. The $5 comes every single month. I pay the $25. So imagine you get 3 people started, that's $315 the following week. But every single month going forward, those 3 people pay their $25. You'll make $5 on each person. So that's $15. Imagine helping 5 people get started. That's $25 paid for. So that's a wash for your $25, right? Absolutely. Now, the next way we earn income is what we call the, let's see here. It's not going through. Okay, hold on. All right, so we have some technical difficulties going on. Hopefully we're still streaming. Doesn't look like we're still streaming, but we will be. Let's see here. All right, so let me go back to where I was. All right. Oh, you can hear me. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. I was wondering if you can hear me. All right, thanks, Carmela. All right, let's go and get back to where we were. Okay. Let's go down here. So the next way we get paid is what we call matrix pay. Hold on. Scroll down to that slide so you can see right there. There we go. All right. It's the matrix pay. And what the matrix pay is that now you're able to earn 50 cents per month for every person in your matrix, even if you did not refer anyone. Okay. You get paid 50 cents. And what's nice about that, don't let the 50 cents fool you. It adds up, right? Because from the company down, what I love about this matrix is that it's really fair. Why? Because no one can place you in a spot. The computer places from left to right in the next open spot from company down. So this is how it looks. It's a 3x10 force matrix. You have 3Y 10 levels deep. And as you can see, things start to happen, right? So as people start to fall in your particular matrix, you start to see things take place. As they pay the $25, you make 50 cents for anybody that falls below you. That's just how it goes. A filled up matrix of 44,286 bucks. But along the way, you're going to see income. What if you're making an extra 10 bucks, extra $20, extra $100, 500, 1,000, 10,000, right? So as this matrix starts to fill up, this is just additional monies because granted, this does not include your letter writing. This is just additional income as you become an affiliate. Now, the last way we earn, which is one of my favorites, is the matrix match. Why? Because now you can help other people get started and you get 50% of their matrix pay. Get 10 people started, their matrix pay is $1,000. You earn 50% of each one, which is 500, but it's 500 times 10. How about an extra $5,000 just because you have 10 people earning 1,000 in their matrix? Pretty cool, right? Once again, independent of your letter writing. So it can become quite lucrative just having this additional side gig from home. What do you get when you become a promoter? Capture pages, landing pages, follow-up emails, basically a business in a box with a link that does everything for you. Here are some of the capture pages, as you can see there. But it's real simple, ladies and gents. Real simple. I love this business. You do not have to share, but if you choose to, there's a way you can earn and they compensate you for sharing, but you absolutely do not have to share. But how about being able to now participate in writing letters to billion-dollar corporations and being able to earn income from home? Once again, people are earning $1,000. You just heard my interview. She, has surplus. This month, she'll earn much, much more, but earning thousands of dollars, a retiree from home, writing letters to billion-dollar corporations. I'm super excited because I'm seeing the difference that it's making in my household. And this is in addition to everything else you're doing. And now you can put that money to work, right? So get back to the person who invited you. Tell them, send me the link. Once again, you don't have to share, but the person that is sharing this has a link, right? They have a link. So get back to them. So now we can get you in a position where you can write letters from home and you can create your own success story of thousands of dollars coming in. I will be back again next Tuesday to share how to be able to turn your writing into a profit center. All right. So get back to the person once again. I will see you next Tuesday, same time, same channel. My name is Ronette Turner Corley, and until then, happy writing. Bye for now.